Each session of the series has a particular goal. What are we working on? Session 1 is always session 1. Session 2 is always session 2, no matter who we're working on. So for session 2, what are we working on? What are the main goals? Session 2, we start working on the body from the ground up. And that means the feet, the lower leg, and from this functional perspective, we're looking at those particular main joints that are associated with the lower leg. So the knee, the ankle, and the toes, specifically the big toe. So for each of those, we're using this controlled articular rotations. Do I have enough workspace in each particular joint? Do those joints move efficiently? Do they move to the capacity to give me the availability to use those muscles in my daily life? For the knee, I'm looking at the rotational aspect of that tibia. Can my knee rotate left to right? But also, if I have that rotation, of course, I'm going to do that full cars motion, being able to extend, flex, rotate left to right. For the ankle joint, again, I'm looking at the inversion, eversion of that ankle. Can I rotate in? Can I rotate out? These are the most important joints, this rotational aspect of the joint. If I don't have the inversion, eversion, I'm not really going to have max capacity of my flexion, extension, or dorsiflex or plantar flexion, being able to point my toes, being able to bring my toes back. You can stretch your calf muscles all day, but if I don't have enough workspace for this inversion, eversion, I'm not going to have enough space to have my foot bone kind of articulate and move and be able to come up with this dorsiflexion, plantar flexion movements. So can I rotate? And of course, we're checking that with our cars. Am I able to point down, invert, point up, evert through that whole joint motion? Last but not least, we have the toe. Can I move that big toe? Do I have enough availability in my big toe, specifically in the dorsiflexion of that big toe? That's going to be really important for my step off of my when I walk. So do I have enough motion there? One of the things I usually have people play with is not only the spreading and bringing in this adduction, abduction of my toes, like can I spread my toes apart? Can I bring them back in? But particularly the big toe. Am I able to dorsiflex, bring my big toe up while all the other toes are touching the ground? Can I bring the big toe down when all my toes are up and bring the big toe by itself down? It's a different muscle. So being able to articulate each one is going to bring more motion in my foot. It's very important. So at the end of this session, I want to have the availability there. So at the end of session 2, there should be a lot of availability in the lower leg. So be sure to check out the session 2 video when I break down specifically what we're looking for, along with all these other motions.